Hey guys, welcome to Borderlands Video Podcasting. This week, Rob is recharging his batteries because, little known fact, he's a robot and Free Comic Book Day completely drained him. Speaking of which, thank you for coming out to Free Comic Book Day. It was awesome. We had tons of new readers, thanks to all the parents for bringing them. We had tons of old readers who snagged some really great comics that came out. We had a ton of the Archaea hardbacks, which were really popular with all ages, and we're glad that everybody who wanted one got one of those. So thanks for coming out. Huge success. Thousands of people who came through the door. Thank you. Speaking of awesome things to do on the weekend, in a week and a half, SC Comic Con, May 17th and 18th at the TD Convention Center. It's huge. We added a huge list of vendors, artists yesterday, and we're going to add a whole new batch today about the time you're watching this. So keep an eye out on that. You can buy tickets in the store, you can buy them online, or you can buy them the day of. If you buy them beforehand, online or in the store, you get to cut the line a little bit. But at the same price all the way around. Pick them up as soon as you can. It's going to be a great event. What else have we got? I guess new releases. We got the Funko bobblehead Marvel little dudes over here. We got the Red Lantern chess piece. Speaking of red chess pieces, Red Skull chess piece from Marvel. We have the Eaglemoss Batmobile, yet another one of those. We have Thor's Mjolnir Meow Meow thingy hammer. The point is, if you can pick it up, if you are worthy of wielding the hammer, you can take it home. We have the Nightwing Tukoto Bokuyiya.
Micah.
We'll forever debate on how to say that company's name, but they do great work. Thanks, Stone Cold.
You got that right.
Sweet Aquaman shirt, if you're one of the few people who enjoy Aquaman. Some really cool sketchbooks here. Lock and Key, incredible looking. This is the sketch version, really great, and also Dayman pen and ink version. These look beautiful. You should definitely get a look at them while you're in here and maybe take them home. We also have this slightly less than life-size little Godzilla statue that you can take home. Let's do some graphic novels. Shadow Man from our buddies at Valiant, Volume 4 is out today. Great series if you like a little voodoo, a little New Orleans stuff. They might be gearing up for some summer movies. Marvel, this is a humongoid, giant Annihilation hardback compendium, with a little Guardians of the Galaxy action heading into this summer.
Finally, the long-awaited release of the hardcover Batman New 52 Volume 4. It's not the graphic novel you need, but it's definitely the graphic novel that you deserve.
Thanks, Cthulhu. A little more summer movie goodness, a hardback Godzilla. It looks like it might be a movie tie-in, and it looks pretty stinking awesome. And of course, Conan hardback in from Mr. Fred Van Lente. He's doing a great job with Archer and Armstrong. He did a great job with this series. It's going to be a good book, so pick it up. Alright, singles this week. Original Sin. Now, there are quite a few variants of this. This is Marvel's new event book. We chose the blank one because, well, like I said, there might be something called SC Comic Con coming up, and you can get some of the amazing artists there to do a little cover of your own.
In my hands here, I got Deadpool vs. Carnage. This is number 3, the 3rd issue. Hell, son, it's got Deadpool, it's got Carnage. What more do you need? Pick it up and check it out. It's great.
It is great. What else have we got? Another event book. This one's from DC, Futures End. Some of you may have got a little peek at this Saturday. You picked it up. It was one of the free comic book days. This is issue number 1 that's kicking it off, so check it out. Green Lantern is out this week. Robert Venditti, gonna be at the con. Get this week, get him to sign it next weekend. And a little Black Widow action. If you just saw Cap, you might be super interested in her because she was awesome in that movie. New one out this week.
Image kicks off a new one that I find personally exciting. It's called Burn the Orphanage. That's one of my favorite things to do, so I'm definitely going to be checking this out.
This is kind of a family-friendly podcast. Can you tone it back?
Oh, sorry, Micah. I got a little worked up there. I've been sensing for a while. I got a lot of angst.
We can tell. Batman Superman out this week. Speaking of Fred Van Lente a second ago, Archer and Armstrong, one of the shop favorites. Everybody here loves it. issue 20. Pick it up, pick the trades up. The first one's only $10 here in the shop. Speaking of catching up, Jupiter's Legacy. This is issues 1 through 3 crammed into one. It's an amazing series by Mark Millar, and for a discounted price, you can get the whole, pretty much almost everything that's been printed up till now. Great read.
If you didn't get enough of Max and Pitt in the 90s, what if I told you they're back? Well, no, Cthulhu Code, that can't be true. Well, it is true. I got it right here in my hand. Take it home, check it out. There's some goodness from Andy W.
If you love Miles Morales as much as we do, there's a new Ultimate Spider-Man series kicking off with him in it. It's called Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man, #1 this week. Huge suggestion. What? The New Wake, Scott Snyder, horror sci-fi book, extremely awesome. This is my pick of the week. And of course, Harley Quinn, little deluxe edition here. Look at that cover. Who wouldn't want this? Harley Quinn fan, pick it up.
Batman Eternal rolls right along. The weekly Batman title, #5, is coming out. If you want to see what's going on with Stephanie Brown, there's some more updates in this great book, and it looks like little Timmy Drake might be making an appearance too.
And finally for me, The Woods. It's a new series out by the guy who's been doing some stuff for DC, like Nightwing, but it's an indie comic. It looks really awesome. For fans of Lost and Morning Glories, you might want to check this out. It's going to be pretty good.
A longtime friend of mine, before we leave real quick if I may, named Max Smith, sent me a letter. He asked me if I'd ever read one of his childhood favorites, David Cassidy, star of The Partridge Family. Well, Max, in fact, I have read the book. I think I love it. What am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love that there's no use for, or something like that. I can't remember, it was a long time ago, in the heady days of the 60s and 70s, I finally got a little trippy up at Studio 54. And that's all I got.
Well, I want to thank our good friend Cthulhu Cole for coming on to the podcast this week.
Anytime, Mike, I'm happy to be a part of it.
Probably never again. Thanks, and check us out and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Well, I want to thank our special guest, Cthulhu Cole.
Anytime. Pleased to have been a part of this podcast.
We probably won't ever bring you back. I'll do one more.